Alright, so I just came back from my family trip to Vietnam. And, honestly, while I was overseas, I didn't really catch up with the news as much, but I did try my best to read some of the headlines while I was at it. Of course, I did read about some of the Jerome Powell situation where he did went on a conference, basically talking about how he's open to doing a little bit more of those rate hikes in the year to come. Of course, I also read up about how Apple became the first $3 trillion market cap company in the whole world. And also, of course, we have to talk about Tesla's delivery, which is why today I want to talk a little bit more about Tesla and BYD. Okay, but of course, I feel that as always, I do try my best to give you guys as much transparency as I can before I talk about any single stock, different company. I do want to tell you my holdings on the company or my short holdings on those company, respectively, simply because I hope that you guys can really see where my biasness actually come from, so that you can kind of form your own opinion from there on out. Okay, so of course, this is all not financial advice, completely just my opinion and effectively just entertainment purposes. Okay, but anyway, if you do enjoy this kind of video, please hit the like on this video, and of course, if you're not subscribed, just subscribe to my channel. I do upload 2 videos every single week. Okay, so now without further ado, let's go through with the entire thing on Bloomberg talking about it. Okay, so Tesla and BYD post record sales on surge in electric car demand. Tesla delivered 466,000 vehicles in the second quarter, beating estimates. I believe the estimates was about 450,000 or so. They actually delivered a lot more. BYD also selling a lot of cars in the second quarter. Okay, let me just hide this for a minute. Let's talk about this for a little bit. Okay, the thing is that because effectively right now, a lot of ICE cars are going to be, starting to get phased out, because a lot of people are going to be looking towards electric vehicle, or if they are able to do so, at least they would go for hybrid cars. Personally, as someone who actually drive in Singapore, I'm still using an ICE car, and I actually tried out the Tesla Model Y last month. I managed to get a test drive going in Tesla, and I'm not gonna lie, the electric vehicle that Tesla have created kind of ensured my whole entire position in Tesla. So I actually got out from all my shorts when I actually did the test drive. That was last month. So I basically got out from all my shorts from Tesla, because I even said it on my Instagram. Okay, I posted like multiple stories after the whole entire test drive. I was saying that I'm super duper impressed by what Tesla is doing. Like, if you do not believe in what Tesla is doing, go for a test drive, and I can assure you that all your questions will be answered. Okay, I don't see any different any other car companies out there right now that is going to be doing what Tesla can be doing on a higher level than what Tesla can be doing. So personally, I was short Tesla. I made a lot of money shorting Tesla, but right now I'm completely out of shorts. I do not hold a single position in Tesla at all. I do not long Tesla, I do not short Tesla, so I'm completely neutral. Okay, so that's my position on Tesla, and I want to talk more about this. Okay, so let's move down a little bit. Okay, so you can see that they set sales record in the second quarter, likely widening their lead as the world's top electric car maker, beating Wall Street estimate, leading auto brands, blah blah blah. Okay, Tesla stock actually rose 6.9% in yesterday's market. For people who are unaware, this is going to be recorded on the 4th of July. For you Americans out there, okay, happy Independence Day. And for Singaporeans out there, too bad, you still got to go to work. But anyway, Tesla did get to up 6.9% in the half-day market yesterday. Today, the market is closed. And then basically, Tesla is up on the right now. I believe that Tesla is going to be hitting $300 quite soon, which is why I'm very, very happy to have covered all my shorts. I believe I covered my shorts at about $170, about there. I believe so. About 160 or 170, I can't really remember. So I'm happy that I managed to cover those shorts at those period of time. But of course, right now, as seeing how Tesla is kind of going up and up and up, we kind of want to take a look at different EV companies as well. Okay, so Of course, when we look at other EV companies, you can see Rivian also going up a little bit. And you can know for a fact that because Rivian is kind of going up due to the fact that Aston Martin actually had a strategic partnership coming up with Rivian, which is why they actually went up as well. But if you actually look at other EV stocks, such as your NIO, your XPeng, your Arrival, all of them are all doing pretty badly. I don't think that this is going to suddenly just bring all the EV makers up in terms of their stock price. I don't think that's how it's going to be working out in 2023 and 2024. I believe in 2021, basically, if you just slap an EV on top of anything on a company, you basically can make a lot of money because you just IPO and then you just sell a lot of stocks. You can make a lot of money. But that's not the case for 2023 and 2024, clearly. Okay, so let's continue with this whole entire thing. You can see that a lot of people are starting to see a lot more deliveries happening for EVs as a whole. Okay, Tesla has vowed to push for more volume even at the expense of profitability. Okay, so honestly for this one, I feel that this is kind of what mainstream media is trying to twist on their own. I don't think Tesla is going to be really cutting down their price to that extent, to the point where they are going to be affecting profitability. But the sheer possibility that Tesla is able to do so is quite insane. Because for an EV company right now in the market, other than Tesla, right now, I don't think any other EV company is making margin upwards of 15%. Everyone is making lesser than 15%. I believe Tesla is the only EV maker on that scale that's making more than 15% profit. So honestly, for profitability wise, margin wise, I do think that Tesla is still having the upper hand. Although BYD do have a lot more deliveries, but the thing is that they're not making as much money as Tesla in terms of that. So personally, I think that's not really an issue. But of course, a lot of people are saying that with such a high level delivery, there is a possibility that Tesla might want to expand in terms of volume. And if they were to do so, that means that they are going to do another price cut, which I don't think that would be the case, because that would be quite stupid. But of course, there are also people talking about how Tesla would also be increasing their prices. Again, I don't think that would also work out, because right now Tesla don't need to increase or decrease their prices. I think their prices are all right. If they do want to do any sort of a price change, they should just do it to services instead of vehicles. Because for the vehicles itself, if you're gonna be doing any sort of a price change, you're just doing for that one vehicle. And how many vehicles can you do every single quarter or every single year? It's still a pretty set amount. However, if you're doing based on services, on the other hand, it is going to be a recurring cost. And you can kind of just keep on doing that to actually increase profitability on a huge level. Okay, which is why after driving the Tesla, I can tell you that services is where Tesla is going to be winning in. I don't think Tesla is going to be winning in terms of just selling cars. They're going to be winning in terms of services. They're going to be winning in terms of their autopilot. They're going to be winning in terms of their FSD in the future. They're going to be winning in terms of solar panels, superchargers, whatever it is. Okay, I do believe that they have a lot of different services that they can actually offer to the consumers, where they can actually make money. Okay, so you can see Volkswagen last week announced new leadership for its Audi brand, which fell behind Tesla in overall first quarter sales. Not surprising. Okay, as expected, Tesla to deliver 448,000, which is about what I was saying, 450-ish. Okay, so it's a big beat. I'm not gonna lie, yeah, it's true. People were still bracing for another round of price cuts, and this big delivery number makes that less of a risk. Yeah, which is why, like I said before, the thing is that a lot of people think that they might actually do another price cuts if the delivery numbers actually go down. I think this actually cleared up a lot of inventory space for Tesla, especially on the fact that Elon Musk is also talking to India about making Gigafactory in India. He's also thinking about expanding Gigafactory elsewhere, which is why inventory-wise, you're going to be having a higher inventory with more demand from other countries as well. I don't think a price cut would really be needed right now, but of course, in the future, in another year or two, I do see some price modification to be happening. Okay, so delivery saw 83% from a year ago when lockdown hampered its operation in China. Okay, I do want to talk about this point which is about China. Okay, so For Singapore, if you're going to be getting your vehicle, if you're getting your Tesla Model 3 or your Model Y, it's most likely going to be from Giga Shanghai. Okay, but previously, when I think if you actually driven Tesla in the United States or in the European countries, chances are you have probably gotten your car from Giga Berlin. And I thought that the make and the build wasn't exactly great, but I thought that the build that they had in Giga Shanghai was quite good. Okay, I was a little worried when I went over to do the test drive. I was thinking that the build for the car might not be as good. I checked, everything was actually surprisingly good. Okay, the build was good, driving was good, regenerative braking, I'm not gonna lie, that was quite insane. I had a really good time driving that car. And of course, with everything inside, your entertainment, sound system, how you can pick up calls, how you can lock the doors, how you can summon the car, things like that, the small things in the Tesla, pretty interesting. Okay, so the company produced 13,000 more vehicles than it delivered in the last 3 months after output exceeded sales by almost 18,000 cars. And I was worried about inventory build, and it looks like they normalized the delta between production and deliveries is shrinking, which is what Tesla said they would do. Which is why I'm telling you, okay? The thing is that chances are they're probably going to be getting rid of the inventories as fast as they can. Okay, so in addition to slashing prices across the lineup, offered perks such as 3 months of free fast charging in the US and insurance-related subsidies in China to stoke sales. Some analysts have predicted price cuts will continue into next year, which is why I just said it would most likely be going into next year as well. Tesla has delivered upon its unit volume expectation when the shares were last trading at this level, but at the sacrifice of substantial revenue and margin. He advised caution on the shares, which has more than doubled already this year. So yeah, if you actually remember, I think it was either January or February. I think Tesla actually hit $101 right now. Basically, Tesla have already 3x. Okay, so of course, what Tesla has been doing, they did multiple price cuts. That was the first thing. Of course, they also increased the tax credit for a lot of different things. As much as they can, they actually try to do rebates back to the consumer as well. But of course, right now things are getting a little bit more frothy. A lot of people are saying that, could Tesla actually stay at that high of a level? Of course, I think Tesla has shown us time and time again that they can actually hold up the price target, but at the same time they have also showed us that they can actually pull back quite a lot. But a lot of time when Tesla actually pull back, a lot of time it actually has something to do with Elon Musk, be it him selling stock or him just doing something funny on Twitter. So I don't know, okay. But yeah, as of now, I do think that Tesla is not really a stock to mess with. I wouldn't recommend shorting this stock. Of course, do it at your own risk. Yeah, you might make a lot of money, but you might lose a lot of money. Okay, so Tesla remains by far the top EV maker in the US. It's facing stiff competition around the world with companies with fresher lineups. Its newest vehicle, the Model Y, debuted in 2020. Not gonna lie, Model Y pretty good. Okay. BYD. Okay, honestly speaking, I think BYD is going to be quite a simple thing because their sales has been quite high because they are the biggest EV makers in China. Okay, almost doubling deliveries to 352,000 units in the second quarter. The Shenzhen-based company total sales soared 98% from a year ago. The company sold a record of 251 thousand new energy vehicle in June. Whoops, what happened? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But basically, all the different other startups, your Li Auto, your Xpeng, your Neo, all of them, basically nothing really went crazy from BYD alone because, like I said, all of them don't really have high margins. Okay. But nevertheless, I do think that this is a very important news for the tech industry because this kind of shrugs off a lot of fear that a lot of people were having in June and in May and June. Okay, personally, I still think that those fears are still there, but of course, like I said, I'm kind of biased on it because I do have short position on the market as a whole. Okay, so but I think Tesla as a company on its own, I don't think that there's going to be short term huge risk coming up. Of course, there's going to just be macro trends along the way, which is like your recessionary trends. Possibly, I don't think inflation is going to be that big of an issue after the PC that just came out a few days ago. But I do think that deflation might be a huge issue in the year to come. Okay, even Elon Musk said himself that he do see deflation happening, which is prices not continuously going up, but prices continuously going down. So you might have declining wages, you might have declining prices of things, and that's going to be quite bad as well. Okay, so what a time we actually live in. Okay, we might actually be seeing hyperinflationary trends, and then immediately after we're going to see hyper deflationary trends. I don't know. We live in crazy times, but hopefully we all actually come out alive. But whatever it is, just remember to invest safe. But that's all I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.